When we first started house churches in the city where we're working, we met several people that weren't very interested in working with people far from God or doing evangelism or sharing stories. They only wanted to work with people that were already near to God or close to God or had a background in Christianity. And so one person in particular, my friend Wim, he came up to me when I first was recruiting people to go out and start Bible studies out in the community. And he said, I got to be honest with you, James. I love lost people, but I just don't feel comfortable working with them. So you can count on me to help with counseling or reaching out to people or doing service kind of ministries, but please don't ask me to share my faith with anybody. I'm just not comfortable doing that. And so I just began to pray for him and ask God to give him faith, obedience, and boldness. Over the last 18 months, I have seen a transformation in Wim. Not only has he gone from not being comfortable working with lost people, but he has actually mapped his network of relationships at work and his family and his friends, and he has started getting coffee dates and dinners with people, working with his wife to share his story and Jesus' story with people. And so that's really what following and fishing is all about, because Jesus went after disciples and he invited them to follow him for a purpose, and I will make you fishers of people. And so it's a healthy balance as we follow the Lord and we learn more about his kingdom and how to multiply his kingdom. It's having a healthy balance of following him, abiding in him, enjoying him, experiencing him, walking in his spirit, worshiping, praying, singing to him. All of those things are so important, but for what purpose? Jesus says, I will make you fishers. And so being with the Lord, loving him, worshiping him draws us into the harvest fields to find people, to go to businesses and tell them our story and Jesus' story, to go out and look for people that are seeking, that God has prepared, that the Holy Spirit has been preparing to hear a gospel presentation, to meet a Christian who could help them know more about Jesus and how to follow him as well. And so that's the basics of following and fishing, is those two things. And it's not more one or more the other. We start with following, but as quickly as possible, we move to fishing. So when somebody comes to know Jesus, the first thing we do is we take them out with us, telling stories so that they can watch us talking to other people, and we model fishing for them. So that's following and fishing.